Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All coming to you one more time from Circus, my awesome hotel room. Last day of CES for me. I know it goes through tomorrow, but I have to fly home tomorrow. Anyway, Claudia, one of my Patreon patrons on Discord, anyway, she keeps me up to date on the whole European thing. She's my German office, so there you go. But I wanted to do a really quick video about this because this is actually a pretty remarkable thing. This is battery electric vehicle market share in Germany in 2022 in percentage. So there's three different tweets here that she passed on to me. But you can see here that in January of 2022, so a year ago right now, it was about 10%, and it has moved up to around 33%. And this is just battery. This is not including plug-in hybrid. So this is, I mean, this is Germany. This is the land of the automobile. This is the land of the high-quality automobile. And they are now at just about exactly 1/3 of vehicles sold in Germany in at the end of the year, at the December, the last month of the year, they were selling 1/3 of the vehicles were electric vehicles. So we can look at a pie chart here. So this would be, again, December. So, you have to take the whole year. You have to kind of divide that down and average it out. So it's certainly not 33% for 2022, but for December of 2022, you could definitely see that you've got 33% on the pie chart. But then if you also include plug-in hybrids, which I know it's a gas car with a small battery. But anyway, if you start looking at that, you're actually looking at 55%. So over half of the vehicles actually have, relatively large batteries in them and can at least drive for, 50 kilometers or something along those lines before they need to kick in the gas engine. So this is an absolutely huge thing. The other thing that's amazing is if you look at gas and you look at diesel, so you've got here 32% between the two of them, right? So that's 21 plus 11. You've got 32% of the vehicles are driving gas or diesel, and that is less than the amount that are pure electric vehicles. So BEVs are 33%, gas and diesel together are only 32%, which is, again, absolutely remarkable. These statistics are incredible. I mean, again, remember, look at this. You're looking at 10%, so 1 out of 10 cars in January, 1 year ago, 1 out of 10 cars in Germany sold was a BEV, and now about more than 3 cars out of 10 are BEVs. And at the rate we're going, yeah, it's obviously lumpy a little bit, but it probably will continue rising as well. And then the last thing, of course, is everybody wants to know, once you look at BEVs, who's the king of the hill. So you can see that the Tesla Model 3 is the king of the hill with 9.37%, followed by the Tesla Model Y at 7.23%. I don't have insight into how these numbers have grown throughout the year. My rough guess would be that the Model Y is actually growing, and that especially with Berlin coming online and producing more vehicles and everything like that right now, that we will actually see the Model Y take over from the Model 3 in sometime in 2023. So I don't know that it will be next month, but I have a feeling that we'll see these two things flip-flop. So we'll see the Model Y at more like 10%, and we'll see the Model 3 drop down to 7 or 8%, something like that. But anyway, I mean, that is a really remarkable statistics here. And then, of course, you've got Opel, Hyundai. I don't have no idea what seat, what Born is, the Born seat, Corsa, Fiat, ID3, ID4, etc. So you can see ID4 and ID5 collected together is still less than the Model Y. So really, really interesting statistics. The big one from here is this pie chart. And when you start looking at 1/3 of sales being something, you're looking at the steep part of the S curve that is going on. And I don't see any stopping this. I see that gas and diesel are going to disappear relatively quickly. Again, people talk about this stuff. In 2030, 50% of the market will be battery electric vehicles. Well, you can see here that that is not going to be the case even by 2025. You're going to be looking at most of the market in Germany by 2025 is going to be BEVs. If you look at this, again, lumpy, but definitely trending upward throughout time. And it'll be really interesting to see what happens with these numbers as we get January numbers, February numbers, as we continue on through 2023, whether we see this trend accelerate or whether we see, at least temporarily, a little bit of stasis because gas and diesel sort of, what my suspicion is that gas and diesel will shrink more slowly than plug-in hybrids, but that's just my guess at that. I could very well be wrong. Anyway, these are pretty amazing statistics coming out of Germany. Go Germany for being at the top of this and really making progress with this move towards going fully electric. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I am doing something, speaking of EVs, I actually have a video uploading right now, which will probably be published before this one. I don't know. But anyway, it's on VinFast and their V8 and V9 that I got a chance to look at and actually test drive at CES. So that's coming out really, really soon. So definitely check that out. It's a really cool Vietnamese EV. That's another thing about EVs, as it's completely blown open the traditional sources of it's been America, United States, Europe, specifically Germany in particular, and then more recently Japan in the last few decades. And now all of a sudden we're seeing Vietnam, we're seeing China, we're seeing Turkey is actually putting together an EV. There are, as far as I understand it, some South American companies that are looking at making EVs. So it's a whole new world in terms of where the manufacturing centers are going to be. So it's going to be a really interesting next few years. I would love to know what you all think about that. In the meantime, everybody have a lovely day. I'm going to try to preserve my voice as much as I can. It's been a lot of talking the last few days. But anyway, everybody have a lovely day, and I will probably see you next when I'm back home again. Bye-bye.